Namaskar. In this world, everything is very cyclic in nature. Our forefathers, ancestors, they have always looked for proper season, proper time so that they can bring some good thing to the human mind and to the body. Autumn season, old leaves are falling off, new leaves are coming up. Amavasya, Purnima, they make a cycle in every month. So they have found out a time that this time is the best time to celebrate something within ourselves as a festival, and at the same time what we can carry out as an executions so that it can bring health to the human body and peace to human mind. September 2nd, 2024 to October 2nd, 2024 is one cycle where September 2nd is one Amavasya, October 2nd is also an Amavasya, where September 17th is Purnima. So, whenever there is a waning of moon or waxing of moon, there is an upsurge in the emotional energy of this human mind. And our ancestors have sensed it so nicely that they have thought this is the best time to celebrate a festival known as Ganesh Chaturthi. Yes, so Ganesh Chaturthi is a festival which falls in the Shukla Paksha time of this cycle, and Pitru Paksha is a work which we should execute during the waning phase of the moon, that is the Krishna Paksha time. Everything our ancestors have designed, formulated only for the betterment of the mankind, so that we human should protect this human body with good health and should be disease free. They always kept one aim in the life. Soul should go and dilute with the Supreme Soul, and our health should also be good at the same time. So, if we see, our brain has certain kind of memory. Similarly, our genes also have some kind of genetic memory. If we look to the soul, even our soul has a memory. So, when we talk about our genes, those genes are always having a helix-like structure, and also when we talk about the soul memory, that means the prana, the energy, so they call it as Ida, Pingala and Sushumna Nadi, and these are the energies by which our soul is inside this human body. So whenever the Ida is activated, it is activating our right brain, and whenever Pingala is activated, it is activating our left brain. So again it is having some kind of helix structure for our soul also. As we know, every female have two set of chromosomes, two set of similar chromosomes, that is X and X. But male usually have two different kind of chromosomes, that is X and Y, where Y is smaller compared to X. Now researchers have found out that the number of genes inside Y chromosomes is slowly decreasing to up to now there are only 55 genes are available in the Y chromosomes. So this is a time where we can bring some kind of energy to our genetic structure. Is that why Lord Ganesha is holding a rope in his left hand? Yes. So that picture gives us a knowledge that this is a time, this Shukla Paksha time, we should work on our genes. When a marriage happens, there is always offspring, and from this offspring the genes are divided in some percentage. So if we are today representing one generation, then up to 7 or 10 generations back genes are already there within me. Yes. So there is some percentage of genes within me from my 10 generations back forefathers. And if I go little bit more back, then I will reach to the root of my ancestors. Yes, that's why in 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the first sloka, Lord Krishna have said that this world is like a banyan tree where the roots are upward and the leaves are the Vedic hymns. Yes.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Urdhvamulamādhashyākham Ashvatham Prahuravyayam Chandamsi yasya parnani Yastam Veda Savedavit.
So here Lord Krishna wants us to remember that this is the best phase of the time where we have to remember the genetic structure within our body, and if we go back up to 10 generations, what science has proved it, that some portion of genes is already within me. And if there are any kind of obstacles, maybe any kind of health obstacles within me, then this is the best time to ask for the forgiveness and repair those genes with the correct pronunciation of the word Om with the consciousness. Yes, is that why in our ancient India they have believed that we should not marry within same gotra but at the same caste. Already in one of my video we have already discussed what is actually the meaning of caste. The meaning of caste was the skill, the capability, the intellect, the working skill of a human body. So when the marriage was happening in two different gotras but in the same caste, the offspring was very intelligent with the acumen of skill being inherited from 10 generations. So that was the objective of why our ancestors have said that we should marry within same caste but different gotras. So for everything, if we see to Lord Ganesha, we have seen that why he was holding this rope in his hand to remind us that this is a time we have to work on the genetic information what is being inherited from generation to generation within us, and if that is constructing or giving us some kind of obstacles, maybe virtually or physically, then with the help of chanting Om. How to chant Om? Already we have discussed in one of our video. So with the help of this axe, we can cut or we can repair those genetic structures and we can bring happiness within ourselves. So just a 3-letter word, A, U, can repair our genes if we have pronunciated it, vibrated it with proper consciousness within our oral cavity. So this is the power of our ancestors and our forefathers and also our ancient India. As we know that when Lord Ganesha was born, he was born from Parvati Ma's emotions and feelings. And when he was doing a duty, like he was protecting his mother so that she can take bath properly. But when Lord Shiva came, out of angerness, he cut off his head and then he replaced it with the elephant's head. In this message, what we understand is, if we want this time and we want to repair the genetic information within our body, then we cannot do it with whatever intelligence we have now within our brain. What we have to do? We have to bring our intelligence level with a very patience, conscious hearing, while we are giving off all the negative hearing but all the positive hearings to our ears. And we should have very small eyes, as we have already discussed in one of my videos, that how eyes bring maya or illusion to the body. And we should have a long, deep, slow breathing through the trunk, and which has the capability even to pick up a small straw, or it can take a load of around some big log of wood also. So that should be the capability of our smell. And at the same time, Lord Ganesha is riding a rat or a mouse. So what Lord Ganesha wants to tell us during this time? As we know, whether we take it a university in India or abroad, they are taking mouse as a medium or a tool to experiment different kind of diseases, how to solve in a human body. Yes, 90% of the genes of mouse, they are almost similar to humans. That's why so many kind of medicines have come up only through the help of this mouse. So mouse is a representation of our diseases, whatever it is being within us. And our disease, as we know, mouse are very fearing in nature. They fear a lot. So diseases are also within our body, and they make us very fear, that we feel very fear that we have got this disease, that disease. So only thing, we can get rid away from this rat, from this mouse, when we have strong belief and we have a good knowledge like Lord Ganesha's representation. Rats, they are very good to do this kind of experiments because they have a very small life cycle and they reproduce very quickly. That is why it was being helpful for the experimentations. So this gives us a message that the diseases which are there within our body, they replicate very fast. They replicate very fast, so we have to take the control. Once disease has come to our body, we should take the help of our mind power in order to bring the disease under our control. So that is why Lord Ganesha is riding a mouse, we can see, and the mouse will be holding a small sweet in his hand. So it is a representation that if our body will be always in a sense of hoarding food, then we will be very prone, or we will fall sick very easily. As we know, mouse, they always try to hoard food. Suppose they need only this much food, but they will be always in a habit of hoarding more food all the time. which nowadays we have already started hoarding more food. That's why in ancient India there was a belief that we should take bath 3 times, we should use our washrooms once in the morning, once in the evening to poop the excretions from the body, and we should have food only for one time. That was again the need of the body. But now everything we have already reversed it. So beautifully our ancestors have thought to convey a message to mankind to celebrate this festival so that we can rejuvenate back our life through the help of different methodologies to bring peace to this human life. That's why when the Pitru Paksha time comes, that is the waning of the moon comes, there is a tradition of remembering at least up to 7 generations forefathers name as a ritual while you are doing either tarpan or shraddh during the Pitru Paksha time, so that when we remember all our ancestors, all our forefathers through a ritual during this period of time, so whatever obstacles, whatever diseases we are facing in our life, this is the best time to ask for the forgiveness and also to pronunciate or to rejuvenate the word Om within ourselves to bring peace and to our life.
गणपति बप्पा मोरिया.
Jai Bharat.